Merch ain't come yet. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I was just
Yours
on.
came already?
Nah, my shit ain't come either. I had a box up front. And I was like, maybe that's it. I gotta tap back in with her.
No, I get packages every day. I ain't seen one with my name on it so long. Man. We got a lot to talk about though. Be a good show.
Yes, sir.
Gonna be a good show, man. Yes, sir.
Yo.
Oh man. Let's go, man. December already. First show of December, right?
Man, first show in December, man. This last quarter flying by.
Oh,
flew by.
Facts. 2021. Hey, they said I seen what you
was
did 2020. About to come sprinkle a little more on and get the hell up out of here.
Man. What's good, man? How your morning going?
Going good, man. Week going good. Morning going good. A lot going on, obviously in sports and outside of sports. What about you, man?
Man, going good, man. Got this little head cold, man. Trying to take a brother down, but you know, we pushing through. We pushing through.
Gotta push through, man. Glad you showed up, man.
No, of course.
Man, it's that time of the season, week 13. Everybody, you know, trust for one to be in the building, man. Show up, man.
You already know what it is, baby.
And man, matter of fact, we about to jump into AB, man. Finalists, dog.
Yeah.
The Black College Football Hall of Fame. Super dope, man. Your name is up there, you know, a legend in its own right, up there with a bunch of other legends. Look at these names, man.
We got some, man. Sure. We got Nate Newton, Donald Driver, Ben Coates, Coach Frazier, Leslie Frazier,
D coordinator for the Buffalo Bills right now.
Yeah, man. There's some
Jake
names
Reed.
up there.
I didn't know Jake Reed. Where did Jake Reed go?
I'm not 100% sure.
Tyrone Poole. Hey man, but shout out to all the finalists, man, especially our own AB. That's big time, man.
Appreciate it.
You were in school when you went to school, when you're in that thing, even junior, senior year, was this even a thought?
Nah. Just the thought was, you know, junior season, my junior year, it was all about, you know, trying to make it to the league. I seen a light, but you know, never would have thought that, you know, it was some greats to come through some HBCUs. You know what I mean? Walter Payton, Jerry Rice, Strahan, Doug Williams. Man, we could go on and on and on. So even to be put in that, you know, that group of names, man, is a blessed feeling. So
that's awesome.
Happy, man.
That's awesome, man. Happy for you, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
What else we got going on, man? You know what, these coaches, man, we didn't put a graphic in for it. Speaking of HBCUs, I know we talked about Prime, and somebody asked about Coach Prime, I think last episode, about him potentially leaving for a Power 5 school. You see some of these big dogs, some of these big names moving from some big schools to probably, I would say, bigger schools, bigger names, bigger checkbooks for sure. You got Brian Kelly. He left Notre Dame in a season where they could still potentially get to the playoffs and win the national championship. Lincoln Riley did the same with Oklahoma, and he went on to USC. Brian Kelly went and signed with LSU for both of them, for the big bad. It was a lot of people, not really happy with how they did it. What's your thoughts on that, man? Because I definitely had my thoughts on it.
So, it's it's two sides to it, right? So, as first off, is the business side of it, right? As we all know, NCAA is a big business. Obviously, I think the student athletes in the past we're getting the short end of the stick. But as we said, like, money talks, right? And again, the way they did that, the departure, I mean, I didn't necessarily like it, but shit, I think everybody on here or listening, if you had an opportunity, if you was at your job and another job came to you and said, hey, we'll give you X, Y, and Z, and you feel as though that's a better option or better fit for you, I think they would chuck the deuces up too.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, the student athletes, right? These coaches, they come into the living room, they sit, talk with your mom and your dad, and say, hey, this is what we're gonna do, this, that, and the third, and then they up and leave. So it's both sides to it, man.
Yeah, for me, I just feel like it's part of the business, and going into college football, any level of college football, especially NIL. Hold on, let me try and switch my mic. All right, there we go. Going into college football, especially big time college football, like it's a business first, and you going in there, like you said, your junior year, your eyes is on what? Your eyes is on going to the league, that Lombardi behind you, all those different things. Same for me, and I'm sure the same goes for everybody that went to most people that went to Notre Dame on scholarship. The same in Oklahoma. So your coach leaving, that's a part of it. That's a part of the process that hey, I'm at a big time school. This guy can potentially leave and go to another school. So I do feel bad for him still, but it's part of the business. And for the coaches, they're gonna do what's best for them, what's best for their family. And like you said, most of us would do the same thing.
No question.
Joel Klatt, he was on Fox the other day. I saw him on I think he was on Herbert, and he went on Acho's show as well. And he said, hey, everybody in business, if you're working, everybody's for sale, essentially. And the only way you don't move is if you don't have the leeway contract-wise, where you're tied up, or you don't have the leverage to negotiate or get that type of offer in the first place. So, like you said, anybody that's doing their job, if you get offered a significant amount more money, and Lincoln Riley going from Oklahoma to Southern California.
Come on now, like, I'm out of here.
And he avoids going to the SEC. And on the flip side of that, Brian Kelly, I played against Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly coached the Cincinnati Bearcats when I was in college, and he turned that program around, went down to Notre Dame, and I think the most winningest coach in Notre Dame or something like that. Yeah. So I expect him to go and have LSU in contention in the next 2-3 years. They finally fell off the
no doubt. And I even think in that situation, I think it's, of course, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I don't know what went on like on an everyday basis. But outside looking in, even though he's the winningest coach in Notre Dame history, I look at LSU and I know Notre Dame is not an easy place to get into.
Facts.
And I'm
a lot tougher academically.
Academically, for sure. And it might have been some things that he wanted to do that possibly that institution wasn't aligned with. So to be able to go to a LSU, they want their chips, they that tradition that they set out there as far as the football program. Hey, you can come over here, man. You can run the show.
That's a fact. LSU, they gonna let you do what you need to do to get another chip in there. And but
again, the one thing I didn't like about what Brian Kelly did, though, he had them boys get up at 6:30 in the morning and meet at 7 o'clock and had them boys in there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Man, shoot me a text, bro. Go ahead and do your thing, man. Don't have me up early.
I would have missed that one.
Oh, for
I ain't
sure.
gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd have missed that one, Coach Kelly.
Man, yeah. But like you say, man, money talks, bro.
Money talk, bullshit walk, 1,000 miles. Some of these details that at least Lincoln Riley did. I don't know if it's confirmed or not. But they put the number over, $100 million contract, buying both his home, $500,000 over asking. Bought a home for him in LA, unlimited use of private jet 24/7. I mean,
you can't beat that.
I went back. I said, man, let me check my Rolodex real quick. Am I sure I don't want to coach?
And then I listened a little bit of his press conference, and he was like, shoot, I think he had probably like 5 coaches on the PJ with him already. Like,
one of those coaches
hit the coaches and was like, hey, y'all coming? So they said, no question, we out of here.
Wait, hold on, AB. I'll be right. I gotta take this for my kids' school.
Yeah. But again, like I said, it's tough slang, again, I feel bad for the student athletes, especially if that was their main intentions of going to that institution, was this coach, sitting in your living room with your mom and dad saying, hey, this is what we're going to do. And they shoot out of there. But again, hey, if your ambition is to get to the league, learn the business now. Learn the business now. Tone, ABDB, how would y'all feel as players for Notre Dame? I would feel some type of way. But again, the sooner you can understand and learn the business, sure, it is what it is. But I would be sick, especially in the situation that they're in right now, being able to, run the table. And I read something the other day where not having a coach could have some implications on where they rank, the ranking and things of that nature. So I would feel some type of way. But hey, teach them youngers now. Money talk. You know the rest. You know the rest. Yeah, I'm definitely not waking up for that meeting. Sure. I can text my homeboys and ask, what do you talk about in the meeting? Yeah. But that's on another crazy situation that's going on. I know D-Butt, he probably want to chime in on this as well. Switching to tennis, WTA suspending all tournaments in China due to, I don't want to butcher her name, Ping Chao situation. Some things are bigger than money, and I respect that. I respect that. Obviously, the situation, with that, supposedly she's safe, but they're censoring her, not really letting her, talk on this sexual abuse or accusation case. What was your feeling on this, bro?
She is safe though. I had
supposedly it says she's safe. I think they said they know where she's at, but in that particular place, they're censoring her. They're not letting her speak and things of that nature.
Yeah, that's it. You know how they get down, man. I'm first and foremost glad she's safe. And I'm happy that the WTA stood on what they said, because they made the threat. And like we talked about earlier in the show, money talks. You saw China in the NBA, and China got a big part in damn near everything that's going on financially around the world, to keep it a buck, either on the front end or behind the scenes. So it was surprising, but I like the fact that they stood behind what they actually said, with her coming out. You want people to be able to come out and say those things and speak their truth and feel some sort of safety, some sense of safety. So, but yeah, that's no telling her. But I'm glad she's safe though.
Yeah, that's the word out there.
Yeah, man. Before we even get to the football stuff, I posted some of my story the other day about, I put on Twitter as well, reproducing robots. So, they found evidence and saw that some robots have been able to reproduce. And the headline is big and scary and stuff, but I've heard it's supposed to be actually good for us medically, helping find a cure for cancer, et cetera, et cetera. But I haven't seen too many movies. Obviously, these scientists have it. But then I woke up and saw this today. A Russian robot company is saying that they will pay you $200,000 for perpetual use of your face and your voice on a robot. And up at this moment, applications have actually been suspended because they received over 20,000 applications. And I was surprised. I put it on my story, and honestly, 9 out of 10 people that replied, and there's people with money, people without, people I ain't sure, whatever. Hey, I do it where I sign up. Shit, I do it. How you feel about this?
Hell no. Hell no. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling what they're gonna do with your face and the voice. Nah, I'm good.
Facts.
I'm good on that. 200K sound good too. Till you hear your voice or your face or your robot out here doing some wild shit.
Yeah, you see your ass on the news, like, hold up. Yeah, I've seen too many movies, cuz.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that.
Yeah, I'm all the way good. Like I said, I was surprised by the number. Even you go check on my Twitter, see replies, and people just say, "Yeah, I do it." Now I understand, obviously, if you're in the jam, and 200K is a lot of money.
No, but for sure.
Like we said, money ain't always. It don't always take the top spot, and this is definitely for sure one of those situations. Your ass be sleep, see you on the news somewhere. They said also one of the stipulations is you have to have a friendly face. So I don't know who decides that.
Consider the friendly face. Damn.
I don't know who decides that, but that'd be messed up. Nah.
Imagine you putting your application in, they hitting you back or emailing you back like, your face a little too strong. Like,
yeah, your face unpleasant as shit, brother.
Hey,
Decline.
That boy Tone. That boy Tone said Will Smith can't even say it right now. He got too much going on. Ain't that the truth, man?
I swear, I feel like all Will Smith movies at some point coming to pass, man. The coronavirus, COVID, I Am Legend, low key. Now we got some iRobot shit. We seen what's the movie where he running away from the government pretty much? They got cameras everywhere. Damn, what's that movie?
I was just watching that movie the other day too.
Enemy of the State.
Yep.
Enemy of the State, man. I'm about to go back and watch the rest of this dude movies. Figure out what the hell going on. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Will on to something, man. But shout out to Will, man. Shout out to Will. Right, everybody going through something.
Going through something, right?
You feel me? Money or not, everybody got issues, brother. Man, did you get a chance to watch this game, NBA?
Nah, I didn't. I'm gonna catch it tomorrow though.
NBA, man. I like where the NBA is at right now, man. I feel like the NBA is in a good space. We grew up, we got to see some of the best, obviously coming off the heels of the Jordan era, but we got to see the Kobe, the AI, the Ray Allen, T-Mac, like that era, Shaq. And now what it's going into now, Bron and still dominating KD, these young cats, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo. Like I feel like the league is in good hands, and I like how they're calling the games now, letting them play more. It is much better to watch as a fan. What's your take on the NBA right now?
Like you said, man, it's in a good space, man. Even the other night I was watching the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knicks, and just two teams down the road from each other, just going at it, battling.
Yeah.
Man. I like to see that, and like you said, when we grew up, you had the Knicks and the Miami Heat. You know what I mean? The Knicks and the Indiana Pacers, the Bulls, Orlando Magic. You know what I'm saying? So you had those teams that were staples, and we starting to see that again. And like you said, you got the elder statesmen, LeBron and those guys, and then like you said, KD, Chris Paul, and then the younger guys, they coming out and balling, doing their thing. So I like to see it. A lot of times it's like, man, we just gonna wait to the playoffs and we'll jump in. I'll jump in and dive into the playoffs. But this year, man, the game's been good, and we've been saying this for a while. It's like certain teams And whatever sport you talking about, if certain teams are good, it's good for that sport. So to be able to see the Chicago Bulls balling, the Lakers, obviously they got some top names. So
yeah,
I think the game of basketball is in good hands right now.
Especially for our generation, because we grew up with the Bulls. We know what type of time the Bulls were on, and now them getting a squad. The Knicks, being relevant again, somewhat. Lakers. Speaking of Lakers, Bron is out at least 10 days with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I know that was your preseason pick. Come out the West. My preseason pick, Golden State. They got a rematch with Phoenix this Friday. What's that? Tomorrow. They got beat last time. Steph he came off his worst shooting performance against Bridges and that Suns team. I think he's gonna go off for a 40-piece when they rematch. But can't wait to watch that one again. You still like the Lakers? You still think they figured out?
I still like the Lakers, man.
I gotta check in with you every week or so.
Hey, check in with me, man. It's not gonna change. As long as they make the playoffs, I like the Lakers, man. Beating them in a 7-game series is gonna be tough. Like you said, Golden State's playing well. They Clay is he was on the G League, so he ball. Phoenix, they're playing well, but again, with LeBron, Melo, Anthony Davis, it's gonna be. I think it'll be tough to beat them in a 7-game series. So,
not me, not right now. But
they don't play right. It's not a 7-game series.
You're right. It's not right now. But I hope you saw Steve Kerr come out the other day too. I meant to text you this. Come out, say Draymond, best defender in the league. You might have said best defender alive or something like that.
Yeah, Draymond whoop his ass.
You know what I mean? Draymond, I like what that team is doing. Baby Peyton, Young Glove, Clay coming back soon. Wiseman ain't even out there yet. Wiggins looking good. So I'm excited about that squad. Suns look good too, man. I think 18 in a row now.
Some good teams out there right now. But while you talking about Steve Nash, I text you. Well, I think I might have hit you. I think you might have posted something. And I was telling you, I'm like, man, them Brooklyn Nets without Kyrie. I kind of say,
right now.
Huh?
I think they might be one in the East right now, right?
Is the Bulls? I know the Bulls is up there.
I'll check it out. But the thing about it, and we had this conversation before the season started. I said, look, they're gonna make it to the finals with or without Kyrie. You said, hell no, they need Kyrie.
Yeah,
once the season got underway, I'm like, damn, it's looking like you was on point. But on the East, I mean, you got the Bucks, obviously. Talked about the Bulls, but they got to prove it.
Yeah.
Heat, the culture, but I mean, I think my bet favorite would still be on the Nets right now, especially once James Harden kind of figure out, all right, we saw the comments that he made. Hey, I'm trying to figure out when to be a scorer, when to do this, when to do that without Kyrie, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, we don't want to hear that shit, but I think the basketball savant that he is, he's going to continue to figure it out. And KD, we know what KD is night in, night out.
7-game series, man. Don't forget that the playoffs is a little different. I can see if it was like a 1 game, hey, you got to do your thing, but 7 games.
Yeah, Nets 1 in the East right now. And then Nets? The Wizards. Brooklyn Nets 15-6. Wizards are 14-8 in the 2 spot. Then you got the Bucks, Bulls, Heat, Cavs, Hawks, Celtics. Damn, the Sixers down there 11 and beating out. Charlotte at 9.
The Wizards, that might be the most surprising
to some. I said it would be much better. I love that cool signing. I didn't see him doing this though. It's still early.
Right. Yeah, much better than the Wizards from last year.
Yeah, but hey, they got the offs though. Russ got him in the offs.
Yeah.
And then the Suns on the western side, the Suns are 1, Golden State 2, Jazz 3, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Lakers, Clippers, Trailblazers, and the Timberwolves at 9. Really like Anthony Edwards, man. Really like Anthony Edwards.
I love his game too. It's got bunnies like me, got springs in his shoes.
Like who?
Like me. Like dang. Like
I hear you, I hear you. We can talk about this shit. This is the last thing I promise before we get in NFL. I promise. MLB. This is big news. Huge baseball show. Huge baseball show. Big baseball
Right.
guys. The MLB announced the owners voted unanimously on a lockout. I think we both been a part of a lockout before. But MLB, this is one of the better unions in pro sports as far as the athlete side go. But once the owners get together and say they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it. It's a much smaller group to get together and move, and obviously they're a powerful group. So interesting, especially after seeing the spending spree. I think it is. It's the first time. What did Tone say? I know we got some notes on this from Tone.
Yeah. The
last lockout was. Hold on, did he say it?
I don't think he said it.
Oh, okay. I think I saw it somewhere. I want to say it was like 94, 95 or something like that. But
what you think? And again, like you said, I think I was having this conversation last night where you talk about the NFL union, the NBA's union, MLB, you got the NHL. How you think this pans out? You think?
I always feel like the owners are going to win. It's like I said, it's just easier for them to move, and it's easier for their message to be more concise. When you got, I don't even know how many teams there are in the MLB, but the NFL is, 32 teams, 31 owners. So when you get that group of people, it's easy for y'all all sit in a room. You may not disagree on this, may not agree on this, blah, blah, but hey, this is what we're going to do, as opposed to 1,696 for, NFL players and stuff like that. So many people in different parts of the people with the most power. Are they going to step up? You saw the bullshit Drew Brees pulled when he was in there. So just got to worry about that. But ultimately, the owner's going to win, but the players just got to get as much as possible. They just got to get as much as possible. I know they want a shorter, I think quicker free agency for baseball, because I know it takes a while. You got to go through arbitration, all type of shit to really start getting paid. So they're going to want that. I know the owners, I think they want an international draft and some other things. We can circle back to this probably next week, and I'll have more details on it. Look on it, even though I'm a huge baseball guy, got to do a little bit of research. But Jeff Passan put out some of these current opening day payrolls. This is something Tone sent us. Seattle Mariners, their team payroll is $57 million. Cleveland Guardians, I forgot to change their name, $46.7 million. Max Scherzer, Mad Max, $43.3 million. Pittsburgh Pirates, $40 million. Baltimore Orioles, $37 million. See, that don't make sense to me, because I know they don't have a salary cap, but you got a player in there.
That's crazy.
Whose cap number is bigger than the Pirates and the Orioles by himself. So that's a problem.
That's crazy. And Tone, what Tone say? He'll make.
He making 43.
This year, he'll make $1.275 million an outing. That's crazy.
That's tough. But yeah, he getting 43 from signed with the Mets, went from the Dodgers to the Mets, getting 43.3 from the Mets. And also until 2024, he's getting 15 a year from the team in DC. What are they? Nationals?
Nationals, yeah.
So he clear.
He's skipping in the work. He loves
working. What? I should have learned how to throw that two seam. All right, man. NFL talk. Here's the current standings. AB's power rankings right now, his top three. I know on the NFC side, you had the Packers, right?
Had the Packers, had the Bucks, and I had the Arizona Cardinals.
All right. My top three right now, I would go on the NFC side. I would say Bucks, Packers, Cardinals. Bucks, Packers, Nah, you know what? I got to go Packers. I put Packers at one. Packers, Bucks, Cardinals. And honestly, I don't trust anybody else over there.
I'm right there with you.
AFC, what about the AFC? If we got to go power rankings from week 13 going forward.
I'm going to go.
This should get weird in the AFC.
Nah, it's just weird over there. I'm going to go I still like Buffalo over New England, so I'll go Buffalo, New England, Kansas City.
Well, they play this week. They play Monday night, I believe. So we'll see. But I got to
Yeah.
go. I'm going Kansas City 1. Patriots. Kansas City 1. Ravens, Patriots. Kansas City, Ravens, Patriots.
Okay.
Yeah, man, she said, and that's really honestly because when I look at the NFL right now on both sides, we talk about NFC. Those are only 3 quarterbacks I only trust 2, really, Brady and Rodgers. And then you got Kyler. I haven't seen him doing on that level, but that team that they have, you told me, hey, bet on the team, watch the team. That team that the Cardinals have they be putting out the best team out there from week 1 till now. So can't count them out. The only hesitation there is I haven't seen them do it in the playoffs. It's different in them lights. The stakes are different. So I would go with Brady and Rodgers in their teams before the Cardinals. And then on the AFC side, we know what Pat Mahomes has done in December, January.
Patrick
Mahomes, what he's done in December and January.
Yeah.
Lamar don't necessarily have that resume in December, January. Mac Jones definitely don't. Josh Allen don't. All these other guys over there really don't. So I got to put the Chiefs up there right now, man. Going forward, that's what scared me the most.
I get what you're saying. I won't argue that, but I mean, honestly, I just said I like the Bills. At the top right now, but the Patriots, man, and like it's not only what they're doing on the offensive side of the ball, it's that defense. The defense they play at a really, really, really high level. And again, December, January football is about playing good defense. Sometimes you can be playing in the element, so it's not always going to be about scoring 35 points, but as long as you can control the trenches, you can run the ball and play good defense, you got a really good shot. So
yeah, you gotta win. Get to the point you gotta win it. You gotta be the more, and that's kind of why I'm falling back on the Bills. I've seen Josh Allen look when he's playing great, and when he's playing bad, that shit look bad. And then can they be physical, man? Like you saw Indy go up there and really knock them around in the playoffs. That's really what it's going to be at that time. Execution is because at this point it's week 13. We know what you do great, what you do good, what you do okay, and what you do bad. Most teams at this point, hey, we just got to throw that bad out, and we just got to improve on all these other areas. And I feel like the Patriots, you can trust them to make adjustments and execute on a high level. Andy Reid and the Chiefs, everybody else, I got to see it.
Yeah,
I got to see it. But
what you think
Mac
about
Jones is a rookie though. He is a rookie, so I can't. He definitely got to see it from him at that level as well.
What you think about our Colts? Where they stand right now? What they're 6-6. Titans sitting at 8-4
right now.
Say it again.
We got no margin of error right now, like none. Second place, we're 6-6 right now. The Titans, they don't look good right now. Tannehill's looking, he's looking real iffy right now.
Mm-hmm.
We look like a good team though, but just no margin for error, man.
Who does the Titans have this week?
Titans.
I know we got the Texans.
Titans might be off this week. Yeah, I don't see them on here. Titans. I think Titans are off this week.
Okay.
They need it. They need a week of rest right now. But you know what? I'm gonna take this break real quick and come out the other side. We can talk about all these games.
Let's get it going. Y'all put some questions in here for me. What's good? At least the Colts have 2 games versus Jags and Texans. Melissa, you all right? But again, I always say them divisional matchups, you throw the records out the window. There's gonna be some hard fought games. So Complementary sports. You like Arch Manning son. Who you talking about? Peyton, Eli, Cooper. Which man and son you talking about? Van, my favorite playoff game to play, and I would say the AFC Championship playing well, it was two. I would say that 2006 year we went up to Baltimore. It was a game of field goals. We won 15-12. And then also when we played the New England Patriots, that AFC Championship game. Those are my two. Tone, shout out to Bethea Family Foundation holiday thing. Hey, so we're gonna pick 10 families, give them $1,000, so they can go out there and do their thing. If you want to nominate a family, a friend, a neighbor, or somebody, or a family that you that's in need during the holiday season, go to AntoineBethea.com. You can nominate them there. We'll go through the applications and things of that nature, and we'll end up picking the winners December 15th. So it's open now. It'll close December 15th at 5 p.m. Eastern. So again, if you know a family, a friend, a neighbor that needs some help during this holiday season, tap in with us. G.I. Joe, what do you think about face guard, and what was your thoughts from jamming receivers back in the day versus now? Defenses could be more physical. Is it harder now? It's definitely harder now. Because a lot of people, I was seeing a lot of stuff against the Dallas game, and turn around, look for the ball. A lot of people that is trying to talk about being a DB and never played the position. Like every time you defend the ball, you don't have to look for the ball. Like you can play through the hands.
Yeah.
You can play through the hands. And at times I know a lot of coaches used to tell us is like, if you know you're not in position to look back for the ball, don't look back, just play through the hands, but you can't panic, and a lot of times when you're in a position where you're running, got your back towards the ball, and when you do finally turn around, a lot of times that ball pass, it'll go right by you, so again, face guarding, you definitely can't face guard, just can't, stand in front of the receiver and, do your thing, but it is tougher. They want to see points. They want to see points scored. That puts the fans in the seats. It gets the viewership on TV. So nobody wants to see a 7-3 football game. So again, as a DB, you gotta practice your craft. You gotta practice your craft. So I know late in my career, coach said, "Yo, you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable." So when you're in that position, the ball is coming, don't panic. Put your hand in that sweet spot. So that's just where you, as a player, man, you just got to work on them type things in the off season and in practice. You can do that in practice too.
Yeah, I feel like we're seeing a lot of quarterbacks. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or not, but a lot of these underthrown deep balls, and they just getting the easy flags. Definitely hate to say that, but you got to do business as business is being done, as one of my coaches used to say. So big thing AB said was about for DBs, if you're in position, get your head around. Obviously, if you're out of position, you just got to haul ass to try to play the hands, but get your head around, man. Once you get in position, just turn around and try to play the ball. On one of that Raiders Cowboys game, one of my friends who played receiver, he's like, he just put in the group chat, but like, what? Like, why is it so hard for y'all, for DBs, to just find the ball? Like, why? I'm like, yeah, that shit sound easy. So easy, but when you got to guard somebody, you got to do all this and then find the ball. It's a whole different ball game. But that's why they get paid the big bucks.
Yep.
But yeah, man. But yeah, it is annoying when you hear people on there talking about what the DBs and what defenses should have done. They never played a lick of defense.
You need to do this. You need to do this.
Like, show ass up, man. Saturday, we may answer a couple of these. Make sure y'all hit the mailbag, db22ab41@gmail.com. We'll have our picks show Saturday, like we do every Saturday, usually sometime in the evening. We go through every game. We talk about them briefly, and then we make our picks, money line and against the spread. Something you should definitely tap into before you, even if you're not betting. Just, do your thing. Do your thing. Thursday night football. Okay, they moved the spread up a little bit. I know Alvin Kamara and one of the starting linemen, have been ruled out for tonight. As it stands right now, according to FanDuel at least, the Cowboys are 5-point favorites on the road against the New Orleans Saints, who will be starting Taysom Hill at quarterback. The Trevor Siemian experience is over. What you think about this game, man? Cowboys get some people back too. They get CD Lamb back. They get Amari Cooper back.
I'm going with the Cowboys. Going there with the Cowboys, man. Saints, man, they got a lot of injuries, man. A lot of injuries, a lot of people out. I know it's gonna be live in that dome though. But I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, like you said. CD Lamb back, Amari Cooper's back. That got his weapons. But again, man, the verdict's still out for Dallas to me, man. I'm not sure who they are. First couple, first half of the season, they look good.
Man,
they look good. And then they come out and lose some games. I feel as though they should have won. The verdict is still out on the Cowboys, but I definitely have them winning tonight and covering.
Yeah, man. I'm right there with you. Verdict is definitely still out. And just like we talked about earlier, teams, quarterbacks, what have you seen them do in the past in December, in January, when the games really start to count? And, these last couple of decades, we haven't seen Dallas do much. That can't change this year. They came out of the gate strong. A lot of people had them shit. Super Bowl. Hey, man, what don't they have? They got everything. They got the quarterback, got the offense, got the defense, got a Super Bowl winning coach. And then they've dropped since then 3 of their last 4. Some of that's due to injuries, some due to poor play. COVID took out Cooper for 2 games, but get Coop back, get CD back, and they're facing the team. Start a new quarterback, Taysom Hill, who I'm not very high on. Just put that out there as a starting quarterback. And I don't mind them making the change because they haven't won a game since week 8 when they beat the Bucs. So they've dropped 4 in a row. So they're trying to get a win at home. Sure, they're going to come out and play tough. They got a real good defense, some good players on their defense. But I got the Cowboys. The line has actually moved another point in the Cowboys' direction since those injuries came out. So now it's Cowboys -6. But I'm still taking the Cowboys to win. Cowboys to cover on Thursday night football. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Dak been balling too. Dak
has been balling.
Yeah, he played a hell of a game against Vegas, defense. And Anthony Brown, they threw 4 huge PI flags at my man. Mike McCarthy, yeah.
McCarthy, because that van is Dallas. So they got some coaches out, some COVID protocols, testing positive. But I think, Dallas is still in a better situation than them New Orleans Saints.
For sure. What other games you looking forward to this weekend?
Man, I want to see how Colts are going to rebound. Again, they're playing the Texans, but we throw them records out the window when it's a divisional game. Obviously, the Colts feel as though a much better team than the Houston Texans. But coming off that tough loss against Tampa, man, feel as though they were playing really well.
Yeah,
and we kind of talked about it earlier, where the Colts got to find a way to be able to finish these games and put their foot on their neck, on these teams' neck, and finish it out. So a good chance for them to get a W, man, and get closer and close that gap to the Tennessee Titans.
For sure. And they got they favored by 9.5 points this weekend on the road in Houston. Like you said, throw them records out in a divisional matchup like this. Been a part of this game a bunch. They won earlier in the season against the Texans at home. I don't think Tyrod Taylor was in the mix, but now on the road, I think this game may be a little closer. Potentially. Offense did end up putting up 31 last week after starting slow. Defense playing well, turning the ball over. So we'll have a pick on Saturday, but obviously I got my Colts winning. I just don't know by how much.
Man, another game, D-Butt.
Ooh.
Wait.
Man.
Hey, I know I got this one, baby.
This is probably my problem.
Yeah, flip through them pages, man. Get them reports. What's going on? Put the glasses
my
on.
problem. I've been doing too much research on these teams and shit. I just gotta picking it.
Gotta put them glasses on. Man, we got the Chargers at Cincinnati.
Who
I'm
favored?
Hey, Cincinnati favored by 3. That run game, Cincinnati, Joe Mixon and them over there is something serious.
Yeah. That offensive line, they serious. And obviously those weapons on the outside, and that's what's opening up that run game even more. You got T. Higgins, you got Jamar Chase, you got some dogs on the outside, and the quarterback that can get it to him. And Joe Mixon is far from a slouch.
Oh, I like Cincinnati.
I'm concerned as a Chargers fan.
I like Cincinnati winning against these frauds.
Damn, I forgot you came at my Chargers like that, man.
Yeah, they some frauds.
I don't like that shit.
I got Cincinnati.
Fuck them glasses, man. I like Herbert, man. Herbert. We got Sante Samuel Jr. He should be back from his concussion. He caught second concussion. Big part of that defense. On the road, I'm gonna go with the Chargers +3.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers +3.
About to be an ugly week for D-Butt, I can see.
You know what? In real life, I may even stay away. What's the over under in this game? That's what I need to know. Damn now, who gonna win? I'm about to start. I gotta find some different lane. I gotta start doing some same game parlays, some over under. This over under right here is 50.5. So the over under set at 50. Chargers Bengals
Under.
Under.
I don't know.
Bengals, they helped me hit the over. I picked the over in their game last week against the Steelers.
I think they might put some points up against your Chargers.
The Steelers only scored 10 and they still hit the over. So
we got some decent games out here, D-Butt.
We do.
Let's go.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm taking that over. Over 50. Damn who win.
Another one.
Man. Mr. Limited.
San Fran, 3-point favorite going to Seattle. Seattle looking bad right now.
Horrible.
Russ doesn't look like Russ. Team just doesn't look good at all. Again, throw the records out the window. Divisional battle, matchup. How you see this playing out?
I got a lot of faith in these Niners right now, in this game at least. But I mean, it's like, damn, every time you look at Russ, it's like, okay, is this the week that he turns back into who he is? But it ain't looking good. We talked a couple weeks ago, and I said, all right, I think Seahawks going to lose this week, and this is going to begin the Russ, Seattle, going separate ways after the season talk again. And that's what we're hearing now from the outside. Not sure how that's affecting the locker room, but
They got signed AP to the practice squad.
I mean, AP's a legend, first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the best I've seen do it with my own 2 eyes. But
what you say? My dog need to sit down.
I ain't gonna tell anybody when this is hard to play the game, and teams keep signing them, keep doing your thing, player. But that has zero impact on this game for me.
I'm with you.
I think I like the Niners.
Like the Niners?
Damn,
that's a tough one right there, though.
It is tough. It's at Seattle too.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Another divisional matchup. Steelers got punished.
Ravens.
Got punished.
Ravens.
All right, we're gonna keep that short and sweet.
Yeah. Ravens. And that actually, you know what though? That's another game. That's another throw the record out game.
For sure.
Historically, at least, a lot of people are talking about this Steelers culture And we played in the league for a while, and both of these teams, I know for probably the whole time I was in the league, both of these teams, you knew you had to bring your hard hat and a lunch pail when you played against them. And I wanted to be in front of a TV as a defensive player if they were ever playing against each other, especially in December. So, especially with all the noise outside of Mike Tomlin's locker room right now, we could see a spirited effort from this Pittsburgh. And check on your Steelers fans too. If you got any Steelers friends that are fans, check on them, man, because they're going through it right now.
This is surprising. Washington football team going to Las Vegas got the Raiders a 2.5-point favorite. This is surprising to me.
That surprised me as well. I mean, I just don't think people in general in Vegas still don't respect this football team. If you watch them play, they smacking people in the mouth.
They found their formula. And this is around that time where teams do. Like you said, they self-evaluate, self-scout. What are we doing great? What are we doing good? And you kind of said it, what are we doing poorly? And I think with the Washington football team, they've come to realization that, look, this young boy Gibson can run, he can tote the ball. Let us run the ball, control the clock, keep the opposing offense off the field, and the defense is starting to play better for the Washington football team.
Yeah, Kendall Fuller, William Jackson, Landon Collins. They blitzing and putting around the ball. 31. Damn, what's 31 name? Another safety I like. Young safety I like. Can't think of his name right now.
Curl.
Yep. Cam Curl?
Yeah.
Good player, man. They playing hard too. So, and that's a direct reflection of their coach. Ron Rivera. I played for Coach Rivera, man, and he got these guys humming right now. Second right now in the division at 5-6. So, I mean, I might go to the football team on this. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, football team did lose their kicker though. They're going on their fourth kicker now because Sly wanted to get sniped. And anybody that's familiar with my career in Indy, I hesitate when I pick on people who pull hammies because I pulled a hammy on what would have been my most beautiful play in my career.
Man, but, we gotta get Tone to get that
no, we video. Don't. No, we don't. That was heartbreaking right there. But Sly, he was running like he really thought he was gonna catch old boy, man. So you gotta respect the effort. But now he's done. He was their third kicker this season, so now they're going on. Or kick him, but that ended up helping them though, because they ended up putting them in position they had to go for 2, and then at the end of the game, Seattle had to go for 2 to try to time, and that's when Kendall Fuller picked it off. So maybe we see this changing the fourth down revolution even more.
No way in hell Seattle should have been in that game.
No way in hell. See, I mean it was just a piss poor offensive performance, man. Ugly, man. What else we got, man? Snipe is oh man. I got a question though. Go back to this guy. I know you like to call my guy Fries. I know you like to call Justin Herbert in Chargers. And second-year quarterback. Burrow, also second-year quarterback. Both of these guys, young head coaches. If you, as a GM, right now, you starting a football team, the Antoine Bethea Defenders.
Hey,
and you got one of these quarterbacks to be the future of your franchise. Which one of these guys you going with? Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert?
I'm going Joe Burrow.
Going Burrow. Why? What's the reason behind it?
Man, this is Antoine Bethea Defenders. Shit, I like his swag. I like his confidence. She coming off of.
I'm with you there. He got that championship pedigree.
Coming off of ACL injury, coming out, and he's balling. He's carrying that team. I mean, I don't think you could be wrong either way. But Joe Burrow will be mine. With the Antoine Bethea Defenders. My quarterback with the swag and the confidence that he has. And he backs that up on the field. I'll rock with the young boy.
Yeah, I'm going don't know what would be my name. The Darius Butler dogs. I like Herbert. Going with Herbert. This was an obvious answer for me though, but I wanted to hear your answer though. But I agree with everything. And I don't think you go wrong with either one of these guys.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm gonna be real with you. If they had this draft again, their same draft with Herbert, Tua, and Burrow, Herbert will be the consensus number 1 pick. Consensus. Anybody who had that pick would take a Herbert number 1. He's just less mistake prone. He had a bad week last week. But Joe Burrow, he's going to give you more chances as a defender. He's going to give you more chances. But I do like his DNA, his makeup, his attitude. You know, hearing him mic'd up, that's when you kind of see more personality of a guy and just hearing him talk. Herbert doesn't necessarily have that, but, you know, he's a guy that you can follow as well. What you showing me the standings?
I mean, I was just looking at it. I just wanted to see where everybody was at. But no, like you said, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
I don't think you go wrong. Love both of them. Shit, even Tua looking good right now.
Yeah.
He getting there, but I'm even after that horrible week last week, guess who has the best QBR in the NFL?
Man,
you got it, Melissa. Justin.
Herbert. Look at here. Joe Burrow got his team at 7-4. I don't give a damn about no QBR, all that, man. My guy, he got his team looking real good and playing some good ball. So you can 7-4, you know.
Chargers, we at 6-5.
Y'all the dog fight over there in that division. Y'all the dog fight over there.
The Chargers had the same record after this week. They'll both be 7-5 after this week. How about that?
Sure. Boy, about to sit at 8.
We're gonna have to put our own wager on that one.
Yeah.
Put our own wager on that one. This one right here, I think this one got a little. I like the Chiefs. Let me just say that first and foremost. I like the Chiefs right now. The Broncos could sneak up and make this. That Vic Fangio defense.
Hey,
Vic Fangio defense is.
We throwing these records out. We throwing the records out the window this week, man.
Yeah. I don't think they cover that. I don't think they cover that 9.5. I'll tell you that. I don't think they cover it. Even though that's my team that I trust the most in the AFC right now, that quarterback, that coaching staff, it's gonna be tough. What you think about this one?
I got Kansas City.
Then the Broncos at the Kansas City Chiefs.
But I think it's gonna be a tough one though. It's gonna be a nail biter.
A nail biter. And then this game to wrap up the week. Good Monday night game. Two good teams, two good coaching staffs. New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills are favored by 2.5 points at home. Obviously, a lot of same division. Patriots have owned this division since I've been old enough to watch. Buffalo. I think they won it last year. They feel like it's theirs this year. Who you got in this one, man? Buffalo at home, 2.5.
I said earlier in this show, in the AFC, I got Buffalo, then New England, then KC. I'm gonna go with the Bills. But
the Bills,
they need to pick this ish up. I need them
to pick it up. So the Patriots. So they got the Bills this week, and then they go to play the Colts. Then they got the Bills again day after Christmas. Then the Jaguars. Then the Dolphins. So I think a favorable schedule for the Patriots to end this season. But the Bills, man, they just talked about it earlier. They've been getting out physical at this point in the season. And I'm watching the Patriots play. They line up at first, second down. It's like first, second down in 2006. Watching film, young Rook and two back. They run the ball downhill and making you stop them, and then getting good third down situations, converting the red zone. So they playing old school football right now in New England. And right now, Buffalo Bills don't look like an old school physical football team. Kind of finesse right now. Maybe they change it around, but I might have to go with the Patriots on this one.
Nah, I mean, I think it's definitely gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one, like you said it, man. I like the style of ball the Patriots are playing at the moment, man. So it's gonna be a tough one. Tough one.
I mean, it's tough on both of these quarterbacks, I think, too. Leslie Frazier, Black College Hall of Fame finalist, Leslie Frazier, defensive coordinator for the Bills, will make it tough, I believe, on Mac Jones in a situation where Mac Jones has to make plays. So, and I would say the same thing for that Belichick defense versus Josh Allen. So, going to be a good game, I think, to wrap up Week 13. But I'm excited for this weekend of football, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully, man, them records be a little better this week, Week 13. We're going to see how we start off tonight with these Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints.
I'm going to start looking at some other shit, some same game parlays, some player props, over-unders. I got to find something else. So I got to start putting some basketball plays out there, man. Before we get out of here, Lions get a win this week. They got a chance.
Who?
The Lions have a chance to get a win this week. We gotta. It's the Lions.
Nah, that's some bad football over there.
You look just like Dan Campbell right now after every game.
Hey, I'm like, damn, like
Swift out too.
Yeah, your hot Vikings coming in at what was that record? Your hot Vikings. Your hot Minnesota Vikings coming in at under 500.
They'll get back to 500 this week. Ooh, 0-10-1. Poor Lions. Poor Tone.
Rough out there.
Rough out there, man. But appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
As always.
As always, man.
Hit that like button, subscribe.
All that.
And catch that Saturday episode, Man-to-Man Picks. One half
Saturday
of the pod.
evening. And DB, y'all check it out, man. Make sure y'all check that pick show. And appreciate all y'all. I had a couple people hit me up on Twitter yesterday. I think most Apple, Spotify, all these things have put out there, weekly or yearly, wrap-ups. And a couple of y'all hit us up. Hit us up, man. Hit the Man-to-Man pod. Or hit our pages individually at Darius J. Butler, at Bethea41, and let us know about the pod. Let us know where we ranked in your Spotify, all that good shit, man. We need to know. We need to see it. Leave a review, all that stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Saturday evening, we see y'all again live Monday to overreact to Burrow losing to Justin Herbert. Well, holla.
Peace.